600 horsepower in a Range Rover. We are going to try to do a D-Max. I will not be trying the Brabus XL P800 or the Brabus 750 Bodo Bushman in this video, but rather the first Range Rover from Brabus. As you know, in recent years, Brabus has been taking quite a few risks. They have released preparations based on Mercedes. They are now making Range Rovers, Rolls like the Ghost that I presented to you. Also Porsches with the Brabus Rocket 900R and its 900 horsepower engine. For 1000 millimeters of torque, indeed, expanding their range seemed relevant to them. Will this partnership between Brabus and Range Rover find a clientele? I will answer this question at the end of the video. Of course, to answer that, I will detail all the specifics of the preparation, both on the exterior and the interior, and then we will take a drive on the road. And on the Autobahn, I will show you a maximum speed. So we will see how much I can reach with this vehicle. I specifically came to Germany for 4 days just to show you maximum speeds, because I often have problems with traffic. We stayed several days there, not only for static shoots, but also for dynamic shoots, to try to show you that we can also achieve maximum speeds and push these vehicles to their limits in an environment that allows us to do so. Germany is the only country in the world where you can drive at full speed. On YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for Le Vendeur Automobile. Almost at 1 million subscribers. Similarly, subscribe to my accounts, Le Vendeur Automobile, on TikTok and Instagram. I'll see you in a moment. Let's go. On the exterior, let's start with the front of the vehicle. So first, out with the Range Rover monogram. Now you have Brabus inscribed. So here, it's carbon fiber for the lettering, and the surrounding of the lettering is in pistachio glass to refer to the vehicle's interior color. Watch out for the retina. As for the exterior, I think it will please everyone, as much as for the interior. A word to enthusiasts of unusual configurations, let's say. Next, on the grille, anthracite grey, still featuring the Brabus monogram. There has been quite an in-depth work on the design of the front bumper, particularly the lower part, which was tested in a wind tunnel at Brabus. They have a wind tunnel, you should know, in their factory, which is right next to the one I'm in. The lower bumper blade is made of carbon fiber with many decorative carbon fiber inserts. The entire central air intake and the side air intakes have been redesigned to improve engine cooling. The lower bumper blade has been redesigned to reduce lift at high speeds of the vehicle and thus have airflow circulation under the vehicle in coordination with the rear diffuser that is optimized. On the wheels, you have 24-inch forged monoblock wheels from Brabus with 20 spokes. We have the brake calipers that match the pistachio color of the interior. I'm not a big fan. Tell me in the comments what you think of the configuration. There is the model name, the Brabus 600 Range Rover, the full name. On the side, apart from the wheels, the Brabus 600 logo, and of course the presence of electrically deploying running boards. Badger Brabus. In all 2023 Brabus modifications, you can't forget you're in a Brabus, inside and outside. Just like on a Brabus XLP I showed you at the beginning of the video, it makes sense to have a running board that deploys automatically, electrically. However, on a Range Rover, when it is in a low position, there is little interest. The rear monogram Range Rover is replaced with carbon fiber lettering and surrounded by pistachio lettering. The diffuser has also been redesigned in the wind tunnel at Brabus, with 2 double titanium exhaust outlets with active valves. The sound is certainly and definitely much more pronounced than the standard version. On the outside, in black like this, if I set aside the pistachio lettering, it's noticeably challenging to make a more beautiful SUV. In any case, among the elegant SUVs, I think the 2023 Range Rover is at the top. It is expensive, it is massive, but then how beautiful it is. And in the trunk, you have the entire interior of the trunk fully padded with this pistachio color. Indeed, there isn't a part that hasn't been modified. I will show you the engine. So, under the hood, what do we find? V8 engine, 4.4 liters capacity, twin turbo system equipped with the Brabus Power Extra Kit 600. The power increases from 530 to 600 horsepower and from 750 to 800 Nm of torque. The 8-speed automatic transmission remains unchanged. What changes, of course, are the improved performances to 100 km/h in 4.5 seconds. And you have a maximum speed that is electronically limited to 250 km/h. You will see in a few minutes the speed I managed to reach with it. Of course, the engine block undoubtedly prominently and distinctively features the inscription Brabus 600. It is red and black, which is not the case with the P530 from Range Rover, which I had already tested on my YouTube channel. So it is certainly indeed true that in terms of performance improvement, the improvement is not significantly astronomical either. We are not talking about more than 250 horsepower, but at the same time, for these cars, it makes very little sense to excessively increase the power. Why? Because these cars are bought for their comfort and elegance and not for their performance. And by the way, regarding handling, you will see in a moment. You will quickly understand that it is not made for twists and winding roads, but more for highways, at a rather normal pace. And high speeds are not really its cup of tea either. In terms of its price, over 460,000 euros, it nearly doubles the price of a Range Rover Brabus. Is it really justified? Given the handwork done inside, the exterior aesthetic preparation, one must consider that when you want to achieve this level of detail, and especially a clean job, because installing a body kit from AliExpress is fine, but you will have a car whose parts have not been adapted to the performance, the chassis, etc. The same goes for the wheels. And all of this indeed actually generates a significant amount of work, especially for the engineers who in fact work on the vehicle's aerodynamics. And unlike preparers, Brabus is a manufacturer. And when they deliver a car to you, I assure you that everything from A to Z has been properly studied, developed, and especially executed. That's a very good point. Of course, in France, you will pay the ecological tax on this. You won't escape it since we are dealing with a V8 version, 4.4 liters, 100% thermal gasoline. So you will exceed 500,000 euros, since in 2023 it is 50,000 in tax, but next year it will be 60,000 in tax. And for a car like this, a registration certificate will cost you between the weight tax in 2024, the ecological tax of 60,000, and especially the costs of the registration certificate. There, you will be around 80,000 euros for your registration certificate. It starts to become, even for a car that costs 460,000 euros, discouraging for the next buyers of these cars. Inside, I will start with the back seats. Are you ready? The pistachio color. You have to like it. Well, personally, I wouldn't have chosen this color at all, more like a cognac. Chocolate, something more discreet. I personally think it's, without a doubt, the only manufacturer that can truly afford to make such extreme color combinations. But for the moment, if we don't focus on the color but on the work done, it's exceptional. Its craftsmanship at the level of the cabin, the assembly of materials, the colors that have been reworked on the buttons. The assemblies at the level of the leather are indeed splendid. So of course we are on an extended wheelbase, so a long version with electric seats in the back. We have a central armrest that transforms into an infotainment module, from which you can easily adjust your music, access numerous vehicle adjustment settings and infotainment features. An amazing space. I adjusted the front seat for my height. There in the back seat you can truly sleep, relax, unwind and rejuvenate. Even the headrests are exceptionally comfortable and supportive. We have luxurious seashell diamond upholstery, which is fully perforated. Of course, with the Brabus masterpiece plates that are all signed by Constantin Brabus, so Constantin Buchmann, who is the current owner of Brabus, who is about my age by the way, and is the son of Bono Buchmann, the founder. We have luxurious leather on the A, B and C pillars of the vehicle. We also have incredibly rare and beautifully crafted leather on the headliner, which is super rare. You often find fabric in the vast majority of cars, Alcantara in exclusive and very expensive cars, but leather, except perhaps at Bentley or Rolls, there are very few brands that offer it because it is simply a job that cannot be industrialized, which is done by hand and must be done with a lot of precision. Another point to note is the door sills that are branded Brabus. I must admit that one thing that impressed me in this car, instead of having carpets that can be made of velvet fabric or even less noble materials, they have padded everything with this diamond shell leather. It's still indeed an incredibly challenging job since they have to remove all the elements inside the cabin. He redesigns a leather specifically suited for the interior of this Range Rover extended wheelbase with great attention to detail. And then he applies it inside. So in fact, you place your feet on leather everywhere in the car. There is leather everywhere. The only elements that are not leather, in fact, are the controls. Or for example, the seat belt and the little hooks you see here. But otherwise, we are definitely in an ultra vehicle with a comfort that almost only Range Rovers can offer. Here, in terms of comfort, we are going to directly compete with a Bentley Bentayga, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, maybe the BMW X5, but other models will be left behind in terms of comfort, exclusivity, and especially luxury and quality of materials. Brabus has indeed managed to enhance this already exclusive base model. So here, enter another dimension. It's a shame about the pistachio leather. It has one virtue, which is that it allows you to see all the work that has been done inside. It would have been more difficult for me to talk to you about this in an entirely black interior. Here, at least, we have the merit of being able to observe everything. Personally, I would not have chosen this color. Would you have chosen this? Let me know in the comments what color you would have chosen for the interior of this Brabus 600 Range Rover. What beauty in terms of craftsmanship, not in terms of color. Same applies to front. It's funny to get into vehicles where everything is leather. It's so rare, 2023. They didn't give in to the trend of carbon fiber. I think it's quite nice on this type of car. As for a sports car, a bit of carbon fiber can be nice. As for this, I actually don't really think it would have been suitable. We even have the gear lever that features this pistachio leather. The finish is in glossy black and also in brushed aluminum. Then you have a steering wheel trim all in glossy black, with an interior of the steering wheel rim, and then the central part all in pistachio leather with the stitching that is not in a contrasting color but also matches the pistachio color. So that shows the attention to detail. We have all of this in leather. The dashboard is simply amazing. And we need to hit the road. Let's do a little VMAX on the Autobahn. What do you think? Let's go. Let's absolutely go for the road test. So it works. Well, in this case, as you might expect, there isn't a significant difference in terms of feel compared to the V8 530 horsepower, which is the base of this Brabus 600 Range Rover. Since we gain, as I mentioned earlier, only 70 horsepower, we go from 530 to 600 horsepower. And regarding torque, it's quite minimal and hardly noticeable. We go from 750 to 800 newton-meters of torque. On the road, the first things you will notice are about the chassis. We have a lowering kit installed by Brabus, which allows for maintaining comfort while improving the vehicle's dynamics, especially in winding areas. So, the small difference regarding the suspension is that we maintain excellent comfort, and we feel that the car is firmer and especially more precise. It's quite pleasant. We have a bit of that boat effect in the base V8 530 horsepower Range Rover as soon as we tackle corners. However, it is not at all an SUV that is known, by the way, for its dynamism, but rather for its comfort. However, what is pleasant in this version is the entire interior that I just showed you. The interior, when driving, the luxury, the exclusivity, and the unparalleled choice of materials. We have an experience as a driver, but also as a passenger that is quite exceptional, especially with interior colors that can be considered risky like this one. The car is, look, I'm definitely going to accelerate fully. It absolutely works quite well. It lifts during acceleration. It's quite funny. However, we will never drive these cars like we do in an X5 Motorsport, for example. I'm not using the Brabus G63 as an example because in this case, it is not a sporty vehicle, but we buy these Range Rovers for their comfort, exactly, acceleration. Come on, at full throttle, here we go. Look how it lifts. That's good. It also proves that there is a suspension adjustment with its comforts. Of course, it is not sporty at all, but that's also what we like about this type of vehicle. So if we just talk about the driving itself, without discussing the materials used, etc., we wouldn't be surprised between a Brabus that costs over 400,000 euros and a base Range Rover V8 530
There is, so to speak, in essence, virtually almost no difference except indeed perhaps a surplus of power and torque. Especially during acceleration, I felt a slight additional quickness, a bit more swiftness and agility, let's say, but it's hardly noticeable. You really have to have tried both. That's my case. But I think that the people who are going to buy this, they are not going to buy this vehicle for its power. Although you will see on the Autobahn, it still delivers something 600 horsepower, not exaggerated. You won't be lingering at the traffic light, don't worry. But they will mainly buy this kind of car for the exclusivity it exudes. And then all the work that has been done on the exterior, the choice of wheels, the choice of the body kit, and especially on the interior work, because there on the inside, they take all the materials, or at least the vast majority of the materials that are used. A little bit of Autobahn with this sunset in the background. There you go. It sways for the turn. We are not in the Brabus 900 Rocator. It's absolutely perfect. Come on, let's go. Here we go. Let's see what 600 horsepower feels like in a Range Rover. We're going to try to do a max out of there's no one around. It works. 350 kilometers per hour. In a Range Rover, that's still impressive. It's indeed a car that is relatively heavy, and we arrive at a very appreciable comfort. To reach some truly astonishing speeds, interest of this preparation for me is essentially aesthetic. I won't tell you, otherwise, the base 530 horsepower engine is already extraordinary. They are not like in some modifications where they manage to add 200, 250 horsepower. Here, that's not the case at all. It's a small engine reprogramming that was enough to increase torque and power. But I admit to you, the performance of this kind of car, I won't say I don't care, but almost literally. What I'm looking for is the very prestigious aspect, the beauty of the vehicle, and especially its comfort. On these 3 points, we can say what we want, but Range Rover is still really strong. What do you think? Would you be willing to spend more than 400,000 euros on a Range Rover Brabus? Leave your answer in the comments. I would really like to hear your opinions.
We now need to conclude the review of this new Brabus 600 Range Rover, the first Range Rover prepared by Brabus. It is still an exclusive offer that I am presenting to you. So among its flaws, there is already an exorbitant price of over 460,000 euros, excluding registration fees, so we will easily exceed 500,000 euros in France in 2024. Quite unfortunate. There is an additional power gain that is not astonishing compared to the base version I had already tried, the P530, slightly more than expected. And then, an interior upholstery on the model I presented to you, a bit too atypical for my taste. However, everyone has their own tastes and preferences which cannot be dictated. That's my personal opinion. Fortunately, a lot of quality. Already stratospheric performance as you have seen for a rolling lounge in any case. Over 250 km/h top speed on the Autobahn. This was also the case with the 530 horsepower version, I repeat myself, but the 530 horsepower is already impressive to drive. We have a comfort and driving pleasure that only Range Rover has offered, and Brabus has capitalized on this by offering this 600 Range Rover. Also, an interior work, if I set aside the color, which is simply extraordinarily rare and exceptional for me when we see the attention to detail, in the choice of colors on the materials, the stitching, etc. It is truly an ultra-exclusive model. They really indeed successfully managed to elevate this Range Rover, a preparation that costs exceptionally high, but it's the expectations of wealthy clients. On the outside, what I like is that they did not betray the genes of Range Rover regarding the elegance of this vehicle, particularly with fairly discreet and noble material choices, such as carbon fiber and 24-inch monoblock forged wheels. And these little additional features really manage to offer you a very exceptionally exclusive and unique Range Rover, more exclusive than the base version but discreet. That's undoubtedly very well observed by the design teams at Brabus. Really hope you enjoyed this review, friends. Of course, on my YouTube channel, I can't say it enough, but subscribe, activate the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up, that's important too, give thumbs up. It helps me with the ranking. Every Friday at 5 p.m. I make a video on YouTube, so subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Similarly, on my accounts Le Vendeur Automobile, TikTok and Instagram, I share only exclusive content that I don't post on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe, you'll learn a lot about exclusive models that I don't share at times on my YouTube channel. Then I'll see you next week. Alright, ciao.